Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we focus on metals, mining, and more. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. Joining us today is Chris Vermeulen of Technical Traders. Today, we will be discussing why you should consider platinum in your portfolio. Mr. Vermeulen, welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show, Maurice.
Chris, we're delighted to have you on our show today to discuss a topic that really resonates with me, and that is platinum. Before we begin, tell us about Technical Traders.
Sure. Well, Technical Traders, more or less, I started trading when I was 16, and I've been trading almost full time for 21 years. Started in high school, got into college, traded through college, and eventually just my goal was to trade full time. And eventually I wanted to run a newsletter and help other traders. So it's just evolved over the last more or less 21 years. It's more or less all I do. And it's just turned into a newsletter. We've got a big following. We've got users in over 87 countries, and I help traders learn to trade and spot opportunities. And I share every trade that I do with subscribers. And I'm a pure technical analyst. I think I'm as pure as they come, just because I do not watch or read news. I don't follow earnings. I could care less of what's going on in the world. I pretty much turn on my trading system and I look at the charts, and to me, it's just the video game, the ultimate game of play the bars, play price action, momentum, and strictly I'm just trying to pull money out of the market. So 100% technical analyst, and I don't let anything kind of work into my analysis other than that.
Well, we're delighted to hear that again, because again, we look at things more from a fundamental standpoint. So it's good to hear what your thesis will be here. You know, Chris, speculators and investors in the space usually are gold centric, to a varying degree silver centric, and they overlook the platinum group metals. For someone new to technical analysis, share with us who is the COT and how does that influence your thesis?
Yeah, well, the COT, that's the COT, the commitment of traders, and all it really is. You can actually see it on the FinViz website. If you pull up platinum chart, you'll see underneath it they show the COT, and it really is just telling you what the big players are. There's commercial traders, large traders, and the small speculative traders. And more or less what I look for on the COT data is when more or less these bands pinch, the level of large traders, their positions in platinum, I look for those to drop down. I look for the large commercial hedge positions to start to get back to neutral. They're usually always negative because they have to balance out all the positive trading positions. So usually what happens is when the COT data pinches, meaning there isn't a whole lot of direction, people aren't really long or short, that's usually a sign where the market is getting ready to have another move. And the COT data recently has been slowly moving, pinching to get to a very neutral position on platinum. And platinum has been fading down into a support zone. There's a lot of technical things coming into play here where I think we're ready to see a pretty big pop, a significant pop and rally in platinum sometime this year.
Share your thesis with us regarding the technicals for platinum and why it has your interest.
Yeah, well, the big driver, what really got me excited about platinum is I use a lot of cycle analysis, and I've created my own cycle indicators to follow various time frames on the market. And when you go back in time and you look at what platinum did back in 2007, 2008, and we look at the price action now of what platinum is doing, and I overlay my cycle analysis, when I look on the chart of platinum on the weekly chart, we've got more or less another week or two potentially of platinum being a little bit under pressure here. Pretty much all the metals are trying to bottom, but then we've got a major cycle to the upside, meaning we should see platinum rally for probably 6 to 12 weeks after we bottom out here. And the cycle looks very strong, and if this rally is strong enough, it's actually going to break platinum out of this downward channel that it's been forming, and we could see an explosive move similar to what we saw in 2007, 2008, which is a huge kind of rip your face off type rally where it just explodes and everyone gets excited about platinum, much like the Bitcoin pop that we saw in December, January It's that type of euphoric stage where we could see platinum do that same type of thing again, because the monthly cycles show a huge upswing, multiple cycles coming together, forming a very powerful move. So the cycle is what cycle analysis is what it has me most excited about platinum, and because the cycles are aligning with what I think is the late stages of a bull market in stocks. And when you look at the price activity and formation of platinum, gold, silver, mining stocks, they're showing signs that there's life, that there is something big brewing. So I'm really excited of the timing of this year for precious metals. I think this is a major platform for pretty much all of them to take off and start a new bull market that could last quite a while.
Not to digress here, but recently you saw a similar pattern in palladium. Share the similarities with us.
Yeah, well, palladium, it was a long-term chart. Looking at the monthly chart going way back to 2000, 2001, the monthly charts, a lot of people avoid. They don't look at them. And the monthly charts are actually extremely powerful when you have a setup. And in most cases, it takes many years for a monthly chart to have a big setup. And palladium had a beautiful rally in 2016, 2017. And this year it came right up and hit the high that it hit back in 2000, 2001. And it hit it in a way that the market rallied very quickly up to that level month after month for almost a year straight. And when price rallies very quickly and hits a very significant resistance level, usually you have a knee-jerk reaction sell-off the first time it hits that level. And that's exactly what happened. We were telling our followers, this is it. This is a massive pop into resistance going back 18 years. And we should see a 1 to 3 month sell-off very quickly. You can swing trade it, momentum trade it. There's a lot of plays here. And of course, we saw it fall about 19% right after that post. And it's trying to recover now and put in a bottom. So the monthly charts are extremely valuable to those who want to step back and look at those bigger pictures, because they can provide some of these trades that are almost a no-brainer. You can go out and you can short the metal, or you can buy an ETF around it. But now the market is resetting. We've had that pullback. It's basing. It's trading at somewhat of a short-term support level. And metals here, I think, are setting up for another rally, including palladium.
Chris, you survived the storm. Last question here for you. What did I forget to ask?
Well, we kind of covered it. Really, the biggest thing here is the dollar, what the U.S. dollar index is doing. And the dollar, the last month has been on a tear, ripping to the upside. You look at all the other currencies, they've all been pouring out and bleeding out. It's just red bar after red bar. So there's something big at play going on here, where money is flowing into the US dollar and out of all the other currencies. And to me, the fact that they're all moving down, it feels like there's something really big brewing that most of us don't know, but big country players, mega kind of investors might know about. Because why are they fleeing every currency and moving into the dollar? It's almost like there's some type of big financial crisis or something brewing, and that's the one thing that has me worried. But the nice thing is, precious metals should be the safe haven when everything hits the fan. So that's the one big wild card of what's going on. And the dollar is at resistance right now. Hopefully it'll pull back or consolidate, because it is putting some downward pressure here on metals. But in the grand scheme of things, I think we could see metals and the dollar actually play as a safe haven together and could push forward when the next big crisis hits, depending on what type of crisis hits the market. Because every bear market in stocks happens for some type of reason, and it's always something totally different. And when everybody says, well, this time it's different, well, yeah, it's always different, but a bear market is a bear market. And when fear hits the market, we see money move into the safe havens like the dollar and precious metals. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the dollar, but I am very bullish on metals going forward. I think something big is brewing that is going to spark a rally in precious metals that we haven't seen in a long time.
Very interesting perspective. Mr. Vermeulen, if someone wants to get more information regarding technical traders, please share the contact details.
Sure, yeah. If you want to get a hold of me, you can email me at chris@thetechnicaltraders.com, And my website is thetechnicaltraders.com. So pretty straightforward. I've got lots of great info, articles on there, videos of what type of analysis I show. And yeah, you can get a hold of me and send me an email.
And as a reminder, we are licensed to buy and sell precious metals through Miles Franklin Precious Metals Investments, and the website is www.milesfranklin.com. Are we biased? Absolutely. We practice what we preach. We have been aggressively adding to our platinum positions. If you want to buy or sell precious metals, email us at maurice@milesfranklin.com. And last but not least, please visit our website, www.provenandprobable.com, where we interview the most respected names in the natural resource space. You may reach us at contact@provenandprobable.com. Chris Vermeulen of Technical Traders, thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable.
Thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable. Remember to like and subscribe for more conversations with the most respected names in the natural resource space. Check out our website at www.provenandprobable.com. The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.